It's DDK, it's DDK. That man there is DDK. How's food poisoning treating you?
It's bad, James. I'm on the road to recovery, but
it's not good, is it?
It's
not good.
It's not good.
It's painful. Lights hurts. You know.
So I'm just sitting here in front of the brightest of lights.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why not? Train is coming up between these two sides. Fnatic didn't have a good time of things on Dust 2. Perhaps they'll have a better time of things on Train. Dust 2 was a pick off Fnatic, but maybe it's just too early a stage for this current lineup to have much expectation. Are we wearing the same shirt today?
I just realized that as well, yeah.
Is that blue or white? No, it's the same shirt, isn't it?
The same one.
Okay.
I think.
This is the first time this has happened. I think ever.
No, surely not.
On camera, at least. We almost... Because normally I ask him what colour shirt he's wearing. Today I didn't, and it's all fallen apart. Now we look like insurance salesmen, or we work in some kind of photocopier shop. What are they called in America? I don't know, whatever.
Don't know.
Kinko's?
Never heard of that before.
Anyway, please ignore our shirts. Today we have Train coming up. Fnatic, again, I mean, it's hard for them to be a favourite in any match they go into at the moment. At some point, things will improve. At least Dennis is back at E-League. He wasn't, which was a huge problem for the side. But he's here today. So, again, Train the pick of Astralis. But you never know. I mean, Fnatic are a team with a lot to do. They're still establishing even the roles within all the players in the team. So, yeah, there's a lot of improvement to be done on the Fnatic side. We've seen some good improvement from Astralis. They demonstrated some good improvement against Fnatic. But again, that might be exemplified by how poorly Fnatic are doing at the moment. So where the balance lies, at least for Astralis, I don't know, for Fnatic, you know, I mean, I would imagine they're focusing one map at a time. What that map is, I don't know.
It's nice to have a slow one to start off with. Normally, Train is not up there on, let's say, the pace as far as commentary goes. So nice and slow. Easy does it. Back into
Oh
this.
God.
I should be in bed. But anyway, I'm here, James, next to you, talking about Counter-Strike.
Marvellous. I haven't eaten today, actually. I'm very hungry. But moving on from me, Twist starting well, getting the kill onto Zipex. The T-So streaming in. The numbers game working out so far so good. Olofmeister around the bomb train. Got a teammate there as well. And now we have a standoff. Twist trying to reposition at the very back. And Fnatic, they've given up the bomb site. They're playing for the retake. KRIMZ towards the pop dog, but not going to stop that plant from going down.
Yeah, they have a nice setup here to go in, but no one's taking the move just yet. Waiting for a quick pick. They have loads of time to do that, so Twist gets it done. Very good coordination coming from Fnatic. And, okay then, very nice from Twist. Picks up all the kills, and yeah, I mean, and what are you going to do? That's what it comes down to on pistol rounds, right? Hitting those headshots, you never know which way it's going to go. This time, though, Fnatic, it goes their way, and that's what they need after that last map.
Wow, what was that one? That is dirty, dirty, dirty. Nice. You see those AWP flicks. 1-0 for Fnatic. Good start, but doesn't guarantee. Well, the plant helps Fnatic in the sense that Astralis will have less to come at them in this round, because quite a few second rounds have been won by the team who lost the pistol. We saw a fair few trades on Dust 2 back and forth in that second half. Maybe things will be calmer for Fnatic. The odd P250 here and there, the Deagle onto device. 4 guys towards the B bomb site for the Ts. Device maybe looking for an opening towards main at present, but there's a smoke down, so his time will be wasted. Fortunately for him, that grenade will do all of 3 HP.
So fun times here for Astralis. Just the old PT50s and a Deagle on device, trying to do an eco. It's always, I feel like I'm always missing Na'Vi actually, because or rather just Simple in general when it comes to rounds like this. He always gets something out of that Deagle. KRIMZ though will have a nice start there with the help of Olofmeister. Things looking under control here overall for Fnatic. Not giving away a bomb plant, but a second kill I think is a pretty nice result for Astralis overall. And we'll see whether or not they can capitalize on that in this round now that they have the AKs. And interesting, very cool to see Glaive picking up the Tech 9 there in favor of having extra utility.
Yeah, always good to see. And I think that's most common on Train as well. Maybe it has higher value than on other maps. And I think Astralis are a team, at least between these two, who are going to make better use of their utility. But Shock and Awe might be the order of the day with these AKs. So far, so good. Then it's caught out of position as well, but he still gets a frag with a flying UMP. Olofmeister on the site, trying to back off. Man, disadvantage for Fnatic. One CT behind the smoke as well. He's got Twist coming in from Ivy. But KRIMZ is rendered useless until that smoke disappears.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting situation for Fnatic because they've actually largely stopped the massive push. Astralis didn't actually make it onto a bomb plant just yet, and despite the number disadvantage, you can see the Twist is able to even things up there as Astralis are kind of slowed in their tracks, but another frag back in the way of the Danes. As olofmeister goes down and KRIMZ starts to go for the flank. Very timely move there. And you've got to wonder that perhaps a bit of complacency from Astralis not to expect that there could be a player flanking from the B-bomb side potentially. And that's going to be KRIMZ trying to capitalize upon that position as his team is now they're all but dead.
They didn't realize that KRIMZ is in this position just yet. I don't think they had the flashbang either. So they could be in for a surprise. Footsteps being made though, and I think they would have seen the shoulder now. Indeed they have. Glaive poking and prodding. Kjærbye on the high ground. I'm not sure if KRIMZ is considering that at the moment. Hasn't looked up there just yet. Kjærbye heavily tagged might be the worst case scenario. Is the peak coming out from the T's, or are they non-believers? KRIMZ waiting for that trade fragger, and there he is on the high ground. Kjærbye getting the round for his side. So far, so good. Astralis winning the buy round. And the money's not great for Fnatic, so they might be on Nico immediately. If they go now, then they could have some AWPs in the next round, so there's good reason to go for the save. Although doplan picks up a deagle and a high explosive grenade, so that makes life interesting.
Did 4 damage.
All of 4 damage. Standard grenade.
Yeah, I always wonder about the grenades. It feels like if you're going to go for that gamble, you want to take it with multiples. And we've seen some teams do that, actually, and it's always fun. I'm not sure if Fnatic was one of the teams we used to see do it. There was a team not so long ago, like a couple months ago, they used to do it quite often. I forget which team it was, though. Maybe it was even a North American team. I forget, but either way, the HE doesn't do anything here. You might even have preferred a smoke, a more consistent tool to play around, but the device is going to force its way into the yard, and that's really important for Astralis because that now means that they have that clean entry point to have open range engagements. That said, Dennis is pretty good at Counter-Strike.
He is indeed. But these Deagle and Kevlar buys, I mean, they could have gone double up in the following rounds with Kevlar. So I do wonder what situation they'll be in, but I think there are better ways to save their money, to use their money if they had saved it for the following round. But let's see how much money they end up with. KRIMZ rotating towards the main position, but he's being looked for.
Yeah, most teams seem to prefer pressure, generally speaking, it seems, and to the point where it will hinder their buys a little bit. But they seem to want to try to use those edges, as opposed to giving those edges away, where the other team will have just full comfort with what they want to do from an economic perspective, as well as the potential to buy in follow-up rounds instead of having to eco. But it is like a fine line to walk, though, I have to say. I have to see if that's going to affect Fnatic. They are they used to be in the older times one of the best teams on poorer buys, just because their skill was so good.
Yeah, but you don't have flush with that season anymore.
That's true.
Which was a good part of that. So, I mean, this is a fast start to the round and 2 kills for Fnatic. It's going to work out just fine for them, it seems, without any ops whatsoever. Astralis trying to fight back, trying to take some map control. Maybe suggesting they have made their way through Ivy, but in fact, especially with the limited numbers, it seems Kjærbye will be going to join the bomb carrier. C device making a lot of noise at the moment. All 3 Astralis players separated, so they need to rely on that individual skill to get something done. Kjærbye can run distraction, but there's the bomb down. doplan spotting it immediately. 3 versus 2. Very awkward, especially because there's still a minute on the clock. Now all is known by the CTs in terms of where Astralis might be, but dupreeh goes down as well, leaving Kjaerbye on his lonesome. He might go for a gamble towards B. Will he commit to it though? KRIMZ rotating there. Will he have the angles to stop the bomb from going down? Kjaerbye gives himself opportunity.
Yeah, big moment for Kjærbye in this round. Fires down. Smoke will land on connector in time. But will that help or hinder him? It looks like it's actually going to end up hindering him. It's the free entry for Twist. doplan comes in the back. So nothing really works out there for Kjærbye in the end. And the round goes to Fnatic. So Astralis, despite their opening up with a couple rounds here in this... actually, no, they didn't open up with a couple rounds. I'm wrong. They lost the pistol. But starting with 2 rounds, Fnatic were able to steal control straight away back again, which is good for them. But Astralis with the bomb plant are going to opt to go for likely a fast play with this. Tech9 and Galil, quite a lot of grenades as well. I'd be surprised if they don't go for something fast on either the A or the B bomb side here with this setup.
4 players in A for Fnatic. Astralis moving towards the B bomb site, it seems. But again, how fast will they play? olofmeister's rotated in now, so Fnatic with 2 players ready for any push from Astralis. 4 players focusing on the B bomb site for the Danish side. Glaive smoking off Ivy. That might keep players entertained over there. Might keep the rotation longer rather than shorter for the Fnatic side should Astralis commit to this B play.
Olofmeister in a good position here. You can see exactly why they're lining up, but he kind of misses his crosshair placement on the initial engagement. They can't get anything done with that. That's a really big problem because now it's an easy 4 versus 3 situation, and it's easy because of this. dupreeh very deep on the yard, gets himself a free frag to maintain the man advantage. 3 versus 2. And Fnatic start to edge their way slowly in, but it's going to be difficult. They do have a huge amount of grenades to use though, including an incendiary there from Mr. Disco doplan. Xyp though with an easy 1 versus 1. And well, there you go. Device makes it 2. And that's the round cleaned up for Astralis. And with very low economy, they managed to make that round work. And you can see that it was just at the right moment. Fnatic are in a really bad place. They're really bad place now.
Or mentally, or?
From a money perspective, at least. Hopefully not mentally just yet.
Yeah, I can see olofmeister was frustrated not getting the kill there. He was typing random gibberish into the chats. 4 players in A once again, standard stuff from Fnatic. Astralis with lots of opportunity. Just need to make sure they don't get caught in a sticky situation. Somewhat of a formality round at the moment. olofmeister last man standing on the flank of the P250 versus 5. Only so much can be expected. I'm not going to try and steal the gun away. Just going for the close range in case somebody was going to pop out for him on the high ground. Xyp will be there eventually, and he'll put an end to these shenanigans. Astralis have the lead now.
And it's cool. It is cool to see that Astralis are generally getting better results with Glaive now. Obviously, it's still quite a fresh change, but at the same time, if you compare it with Fnatic have just been shaken up repeatedly, with players coming in, players going out, new players, new leaders, just everything all over the place. So that's much less of a consistent situation. But back into this match, we've got the push here from Twist, leading with the AWP. Very nicely done. The trade frag caught as well. So he makes it look easy. That's a 2-man advantage very early on for Fnatic. And Astralis are in a position where they have to essentially make the desperation play. Oh, that could have been beautiful had Twist not been there just in the nick of time. He's got himself 3 kills now. He could make it 4 as Device is there on Ali as well. Oh my god.
Speak of the devil. Having a much better game on Dust 2 early than he did, sorry, on Train than he did on Dust 2. Now Xyp is forced to go and collect the bomb. And Dennis is heading towards it. I don't think he can see it just yet. And I can't see anything. At least Xyp can't. 4-4. This is a tight game so far. Lovely stuff from Twist. So Astralis coming back in for the buy. They have enough money. 1 AWP onto Twist, 1 AWP onto Device, but Device is sans Kevlar, so he's got to be careful the angles he chooses to hold. If he goes towards main, he could get naded into oblivion. And there are a fair few HEs on this Fnatic side as well. Oh, Twist just about not seeing dupreeh there. And that's lots of players streaming in. I don't think KRIMZ had the information. He'll go down with a grenade in his hand, and Twist can't do anything either. That is the end of the round.
Yeah, talk about a worst case scenario, especially after Fnatic just won the previous round. Their economy hasn't had a chance to build. Boom, instantly lose the next round. B-bomb site once again not defended effectively enough, I suppose is one way to put it. And Astralis, they're in a great position here and forwards. They just have to make sure that they don't actually run into problems against early aggressions with low economy buys as we saw previously. That was one of the reasons that Fnatic were able to get back into this after Astralis started to have a huge amount of favor into the rounds with better buys versus weaker buys. If Astralis can avoid that, then they should be good to go. I think we just have to make sure to see from Astralis that they do tend to stick together as well, so that if there is aggression, they either crush it or they avoid it entirely. But the 5 versus 4 is real, and I mean, Fnatic so far they've been doing pretty well. I think it's pretty amazing to see rounds like we saw out of Twist. So I doubt this is going to be an easy half for Astralis, even if they get momentum here.
This should be an easy anti-eco. No grenades, no pop flashes. Pop flashes can be the difference between winning and losing on eco rounds, but no pop flashes for the Fnatic side. olofmeister doing some nice damage there. KRIMZ coming to follow up, but to no avail. Last 2 CTs spotted, so again that should be a formality. Kjærbye cleaning up the last one. Fast round for Astralis, good money maker for them, everyone surviving. And now Fnatic are back on the buy, but the money is horrible. Dennis starting with 3,500 in the bank, so it's quite a mixed bag. No idea what doplan's going to buy. Mag 7, the meat shots. Limited grenades as well, just might force them to go aggressive. Maybe they'll send someone into main, for example. Device, maybe confident that there's no AWP on Fnatic, will go for the peek towards main. Flashed off immediately, though.
This is amazing to see from dupreeh, though. That push, again, sometimes you get it, that you can get an undetected push into this position. It always seems to catch teams off guard as well. Obviously, olofmeister made this really famous. Oh, dupreeh just barely saves it there with the spray transfer, but that could have gone a bit poorly. Device will follow up as well, able to take down a pushing disco doplan, and Fnatic are in trouble here. We've got a... Did Device just swap out for the Mag 7?
Why not?
I'm curious about this. Will he make it work? Okay, in the third shot he will. Don't think you're seeing Twist miss that many shots too often, though. So interesting spot. But yeah, Astralis with the 4 versus 1 now. They've pretty much locked this down. And all of the push there, which forced a sort of a chain reaction of decisions there from Fnatic, aggressive decisions, which they came off the worst on.
Kjærbye with enough angle, not enough though. Lovely snap from olofmeister. Bombs planted on B, so there's no hero diffuse coming in. Doesn't have any Kevlar either. And now Zipex has spotted him. So an expensive round for both teams, but it's Astralis who are on the right side of things. And they have the money. They can afford to chase olofmeister down to the absolute last man and try to get that weapon out of his hand, whereas he needs to desperately hold on to this as best he can.
I feel like Train is one of the maps as well where you can get a lot more value out of an AWP than perhaps on the defense when you save it like this than some other maps. I think there's a lot more value to be had. So we'll see whether that's actually going to come into play, because as you mentioned, Astralis were very committed to try to take him down there, but they were unable to do so. So what will be the play here now for Astralis? They know that it's essentially an eco with 1 AWP in play for Fnatic. They are deciding to go alley with most of their players. Is it just for picks to catch early aggression and then back into a different type of push, or do they want the main push here? It seems like that might be the case.
olofmeister trying to be as active as possible. Oh, Twist sees the bomb. That can allow olofmeister to rotate into a nasty position now. Pop flash is coming in as well. We've got blind players, absolutely blind. olofmeister picking off Glaive. They know 2 people are on Ivy, but where is the 3rd player? There he is, and there goes the all-important AWP, but Zipex taken down as well. This is falling apart. This is a mess! Device has got 3 players to fight against, and soon that AWP is going to get collected once more. Dennis has an AK. And there it is, KRIMZ picking up the AWP, so as time passes, things will just go from bad to worse for Device. Waiting for someone to offer themselves up. doplan spotted. And now the clock is ticking. Chooses to smoke off doplan, but maybe the idea would have been to cross to doplan's position. But he's made his decision. And KRIMZ will get the final kill.
And I have to say, I'm like pretty surprised in the like not being kind of outcome oriented, but if you look at some of the facts that are around, they decided to not really use smokes. That's more than fair enough when you're playing against mostly pistols, so you can keep the ranges open and have proper one-on-ones and so on. But you also have a situation where they took the hardest route to a bomb site where they've had the most corners to clear against the pistols. So they kind of made their lives difficult there with the round that they selected. And this time dupreeh can't get into a forward position, as he was able to do in the previous buy versus buy situation. So Fnatic with a very good early start into this round. And Astralis, they are going to have to commit into that B-bomb side, it would appear. That's their decision, at least, with the 4 players that they have, because they don't want to play picking shenanigans. And against the double orb, this could work out. They have the nades to put in place to stop olofmeister getting a fast frag as they rush the site.
Oh, here comes the push from the T's. KRIMZ on inverse default. olofmeister manages to pick up that frag despite the scope. Heavily tagged players for Astralis. Things do not look good for them. That'll certainly help, though. Kjærbye looking for the headshot, can't find it. There is Dennis taking down in the meantime. There's one Molotov on these 2 Astralis players, both on the high ground. And double up retake for Fnatic. That's kind of awkward. Olof has a smoke. There's a kit on to Twist, though. So if Olof goes for the defuse, that's going to be awkward. Both swapping out for AKs. Trying to bait these players. There goes Device. No Molotov because the smoke is down. Spec's forced to peek now. And unbeknownst to him, 10-second defuse coming in from olofmeister, and the round will indeed go to Fnatic.
That positioning right at the end there from Fnatic was really genius. Like having Twist at the back of the bomb train, whilst Olof does the tap in the smoke on the bomb, is this position exactly. This is such a strong off angle against the players that want to basically, they're paranoid that the bomb is being held. It's just, I don't think Twist is ever not getting just a billion kills there. So very nicely done there by Fnatic, and they pick up 6 rounds. And I think they do capitalize on perhaps some a strategical from Astralis. And oh my God, dupreeh's his arse was found, James.
Found a booty down. Good start for the Swedish side. Keeping the score close, keeping the score tight, as is the money on both teams. Bomb above Pop Dog for the time being. 2 players in B for Fnatic. olofmeister in position to quickly rotate for his side, focusing on the low ground. More recently, we've seen AWPers around Connector looking on the low ground instead of the high ground, and the player on the site, namely KRIMZ in this situation, looking on the high ground. It used to be the other way around, but there we go. 50 seconds left. Astralis a man down, looking to perhaps execute the wall of smokes towards Fnatic. But do Fnatic push through the smoke, or do they play for the retake?
That's a good question. We got Dennis, he's already in a forward position, taking the one-on-ones. It'll only be good for 1, though. However, he's got teammates to back him up, and it looks like Fnatic are not giving up this bomb site anytime soon. A lot of very nice executions on the engagements there from Fnatic to secure the round, and that's going to bring them to 7-7. And Twist really has been one of the main features of Fnatic so far on their train game. If not for Twist, this would probably be a very, very different scoreline.
Three T's moving towards B. KRIMZ is alone there. Are we finally going to see a fast play? Oh, some information spotted. olofmeister and Dennis rotating very quickly indeed. So maybe not as fast as they would have liked. The CT's there to shut most of this down. Device on his own. The bomb plant will be irrelevant if he doesn't win a round now. So he's forcing his way forward. But olofmeister is there. He is ready. So that flashbang which blinded the T's may have been the difference between more Astralis players getting onto the site or not, because that rotation came in swift from Fnatic.
I think the bomb also fell initially in a very awkward place for Device as well, which helped to commit him forwards. But yeah, the overall, the 8-7 scoreline is actually kind of surprising to see that Fnatic come out with more rounds on the first half, considering how things went. I feel like Astralis have more rounds most of the time. now it's down to, of course, the repeat of the pistol round. The second pistol round. We've got olofmeister just making some noise towards Ali on A. And for the most part, he is actually occupying Astralis and their attention. However, the main push has been spotted and the rotation can come in. But it won't be too heavy just yet. They can afford to give up B. They don't want to also hinder themselves should Fnatic decide to go for a very fast pop dog switch, which is always possible as well, to capitalize upon the A to B rotation of the CTs.
There goes Kjaerbye. Seen a lot of slow pistol rounds today across a number of maps. Zipex playing at the back of the B site. Device coming in to join him through CT spawn as well. Bomb should get planted, default with no problem. dupreeh coming for a flank. olofmeister flanking straight back, but there goes dupreeh. No olofmeister required. Dennis now with a nice angle. There's one shot, headshot for him. Following up on Device as well. So leaving Zipex with 5 HP versus 4 players, 3 of which are reasonably tagged. I'm not sure if there's a kit somewhere, but Fnatic are not going to make it easy for him. There's a kit collected. Only 3 more players to collect, and he won't be able to do that. So Fnatic now with a great opportunity to extend their lead, but will they be able to extend it enough to take the map? Early days on the second half. Astralis going for the 4 spy.
Yeah, it's a great map for 4 spies on the CT side. It's one of the few maps where on the CT side I'm like, yep, I'm very happy with this, or happy to see this. Ooh, how did we get such a fast frag there? It would be cool to see if we could get a replay on that one from Device. Okay, things going oh, wow. Okay then. Astralis looking really, really good right now, James.
GG. GG apparently. GG. Not a single player killed by Fnatic.
God.
What in the blazers? I think I can only imagine that Device went for the connector peak and just wrecked olofmeister.
Yeah, must be. Okay, we're going to get dupreeh instead. He's basically just like...
That second kill, that was nasty.
He's just there strafing and shooting his 5-7. It's just amazing. Well, that was pretty much worst case for Fnatic. However, the quick rush into the B-bomb sites. Now the information's been discovered. Can Device have an incendiary? He doesn't. An incendiary would be a money here just to delay the plant. Unable to get the second frag. Forced forwards to try to capitalize on the fact that his position is gone. Knows he's very dead, so doesn't work out in the end. His teammates coming in though with those AKs they've appropriated from the previous round. But it's not going too well for them either. 2 left now against 3.
dupreeh taking, oh, that's Kjaerbye taking twist down, but we've got olofmeister with 1 HP. He's the last man standing, and there's no kit for dupreeh, so you do wonder if olofmeister can win this. There he goes. I don't know if there's time. It's going to be a close one. No, he's good. He's good, just about. He will get the defuse. So Astralis will retain for now. 9-9. And Fnatic may have to go for an eco unless they want to force buy of Tech9s, and apparently they do.
Now, it's interesting, actually, because Astralis, they did lose 4 members in that last round, but one thing we have to remember is that they picked up loads of guns in the previous round. So their money might not be as bad as Fnatic actually think. That said, this is still an okay-ish buy. I would have liked to have seen more utility, though. Obviously, Disco doplan hasn't even got Kevlar. He's on a Deagle, so...
This buy sucks, man.
Yeah, I don't think this buy is really worth it, to be honest. Especially, I mean, maybe you can make an argument if on that 4 spy round from Astralis, they lost like 3 or 4 players, but they lost 0 players, so... Yeah, it really does suck. And if they play it this slowly, I feel like they're going to run out of grenades before they do anything. But it looks like they're going to go for B. This is smart.
All right, then let's see what they have to offer. doplan goes down first. Zipex in no man's land, get killed by the scout, of course. And that gives a man advantage for Fnatic, who are charging through the map, no less. So it seems that they had a plan for this to work, and it's working so far. There goes Device as well. This is quite a scrap, this match. dupreeh with 11 HP and Kjaerbye. What do they do in this situation? Twist is not going to wait for them. Close to the smoke now. Dennis playing the bait, and Kjærbye will be eliminated as well. dupreeh will have to run for dear life, wondering what on earth has just happened. I'm wondering as well.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we saw was Zipex He just had a bad timing. He had just pressed grenade, smoke grenade, when they started rushing down the ramp. So it's worst possible timing for him to be able to do anything, leaving his teammate isolated there as well. So generally not good timing for Astralis. But yeah, and that's why Fnatic are always going to be dangerous no matter what they've bought, because they are just really scary as well at just hitting their shots, and that's what it just comes down to a lot of the time. So, all back onto Twist. Perhaps he's feeling it. He was doing a remarkable job on the CT side. So, let's see if he can get some picks here, because Astralis, they force buy right back.
4 CTs in the A site as per usual, as is the norm. Now let's see if the scout can be as good for Astralis as it was for Fnatic. A rush into the B-bomb site. The scout opening frag. Madness. Dennis has got himself into a very good spot. Oh man, doplan with that second kill there. This is just so violent. It's mad. And now look at Astralis now. How are they fighting back? Look at the weapons they've got. UMP to scout. This is madness. 2 plays left for... No, never mind. It's Twist alone. And it seems nobody can win consecutive rounds at the moment.
I have no idea what's going on, James, to be honest. We didn't see Xyp9x's perspective, because Xyp9x got 2 kills with a 5-7 from somewhere, and he didn't take any damage. So there must have been something. I heard it. Okay. Yeah, this was it basically. That just screwed Fnatic completely.
That round was all over the place. It was everywhere. It was everything, and we just continue to trade rounds with these 2 teams. Also, shotgun now coming out onto dupreeh. Always nice to see. 2 Tech 9s onto Fnatic. That's not terrible. Oh, just a 1 shot. Such a close punch. Oh man, it's 3 man. Is it? No, it's just a 2 from Glaive, and then Glaive will go, as will dupreeh. What is happening in this match? 3 versus 2. Still Twist with a Tech 9 despite all the weapons on the floor. Next to his teammate KRIMZ. There is a flank potentially coming in from Device, but he's got an AWP. That would be quite difficult for him, holding the 5-7 on top of the ladder. If they know where Fnatic are, they can just try and contain them for the time being. Kjaerbye going to ring Twist spell. Still alive for now, though, is Twist. Is Device going to commit to the flank? Here he is. The 5-7 coming out, and Kjaerbye will take advantage of that distraction. Astralis back to winning ways. 2 rounds in a row for them now. And maybe the 4 spies have come to a close for the time being.
It's just holding my breath there on that one. But indeed, it seems like Fnatic will get the save in. And I like how dupreeh is on the auto shotgun. It's always a fun weapon. He's going to be taking that to Pop Dog, and he might see a lot of action there, depending on whether or not the T's go there or the B bomb site, because those are the 2 locations which are most accessible. That said, dupreeh can always just flank and get himself a bunch of frags as well. On the bomb side itself is Xyp9x to defend in close proximity, and he's got 2 teammates further back to help him out. So, looks pretty easy here. Xyp9x with the cheeky 4 kill. And I think dupreeh must have... It seems like they had the info there. So I don't know if dupreeh heard something or what exactly, but Astralis had 3 players on B before the rush hit, so must have been dupreeh's info.
Back on a buy for both teams. 5 AKs for Fnatic. Reasonable amount of grenades, just the 1 Molotov. Taking their initial map control. But look at Astralis, they've got 3 people in the B bomb site, so I'm expecting some aggression here. Device on the high ground is going to get taken down immediately, and that's going to abort the mission of Astralis. Other 2 players forced back to the site. Got dupreeh close towards Pop Dog as well, so there might yet be more aggression from the CTs. And look at Kjærbye as well, push up towards main. Still a 2-man rotation coming in from Fnatic, so dupreeh's going to have to be careful if he chooses to push up. He could get taken down by a rotation. olofmeister somehow falling to a Molotov in the meantime. No idea what's going on there. Kjaerby's pushed main, so the clock is ticking on Fnatic.
Yeah, Astralis basically have all the information to know exactly what's going on. Twist is looking at the flank, though. Ooh, Kjærbye needed to hit the first bullet there, and now problems. The timing there for dupreeh, I'm not sure. I guess dupreeh had a conflict there. A conflict of mind, thinking that perhaps after Kjærbye died, he had to fall back himself, but bad timing for him and for the rest of his teammates now, as it's just Glaive against 3. 2 players are pretty weak, however, so never want to say Glaive is without opportunity here, but he's going to do the smart thing and realize that his opportunity is, in fact, probably less than 1% in this situation, and he's just going to hold on to his rifle.
That was awkward. Mostly for dupreeh as well, just looking away. I think he was thinking with his eyes when he started moving around there. And, I mean, there's nothing you can do with that kind of timing. As soon as you look away, somebody appears and shoots you. Such is life. 11 to 12 heading our way. What does this mean for the CT money? They've got no issue buying in the next round, actually. But the save always helps.
Yeah, it would be nice to see. It would be actually cool if Glaive had gone for a more committed play just to take somebody out. Because you can see Fnatic were dispersing there right at the end. They did not want to have an engagement and risk losing a weapon because their economy sucks. There's quite a few rounds left, so it would have been cool to see if Glaive would have made a play there for a frag, but never mind. It has allowed for Astralis to have maximum buy. Device even has a decoy for some reason. Even
a decoy. Well, the decoy can actually be quite useful if you have an AWP, because you can bait somebody to peek you if they think that you've actually taken a shot. Pretty much the only use for a decoy, but again, Device goes down early towards B. He's not having success in that position. 3 players towards Ivy for Fnatic, including the bomb. And now we have dupreeh moving maybe more aggressive towards main. KRIMZ just biding his time. Looks like the split is on for Fnatic. olofmeister around the pop dog. And Astralis have got 2 players deep towards B. So again, those guys on A are going to have to deliver because they will be in isolation. See Glaive rotating the AWP away. But while he's doing this, he could get taken down because olofmeister is surely hearing all this stuff. He's on the high ground looking for the AWP maybe. Sees it's disappeared. In the meantime, Kjærbye's picked off towards Ivy, which means rotation. olofmeister spots, goes to the low ground. He can waste time for his team, but a bomb might have been spotted towards the A site. dupreeh gets traded. olofmeister trying to do work, entertaining towards the B bomb site. But they must realize what's happening. Glaive still being kept on the B bomb site. Maybe Astralis have chosen for the save already.
It's interesting just how even this map is so far. Neither team can really seem to get a good grip of the map. And now Astralis, they have to save these 2 guns. Even if they save them, I don't think they really have a good buy in the next round because I don't think they have any money left. Yeah, there's basically no money left. This is the second loss, so $1,900 in addition to what you see. So that's around $4,000 at most. So actually, if they save these guns, they will actually be able to buy, I think. So, oh dear.
Easy for olofmeister. Easy. 12 all is the score, as they say in football. Well,
they never say 12 all.
They don't say 12 all, no. 12 all, not very common. Maybe 2 all, but not 12. Anyway, Astralis maybe have to concede the lead to Fnatic in this round. 4 Deagles coming out and 5-7. We've seen what happened with pistols already on this map, so perhaps it will happen again. Zepex with the 1 high explosive grenade. He's over towards the B bomb site on his own at the moment. Default being played with pistols for Astralis. 3 Ts towards Ivy. So far, so good.
Yeah, it's a nice opener. And in theory, should get easier from this point forwards. We will wait and see whether that's the case. Fnatic actually is doing, or it looked like they were doing a similar round to what Astralis did on their T side, which kind of blew themselves up on an anti-eco like this, where they put 3 players, they committed them through alley. But this is more what I expected when I initially saw that from Astralis. I expected them to play for anti-aggression, maybe a pick, and then fall back with those 3 players, and then be able to combine somewhere else. And that's exactly, as we can see, what olofmeister and co, don't know why I said olofmeister and co, what Fnatic as a whole are doing. I guess some people see him as a captain, maybe. But anyway, Astralis, they've made the right guess here, James. They have stacked the B bomb site.
This is worrisome if you're a Fnatic fan. 30 seconds remain. Will they have the grenades for this? The pop flashes come in. 2 players on the high ground. So far, so bad. dupreeh with the deagle, but then it's a nice spray transfer there. Spots Kjærbye as well. There goes Device, so that should be the bomb planted. And Kjærbye will have an uncomfortable end to this round. So indeed, Fnatic take the lead, but it's time for Astralis to go for the buy again. AWP coming out for Device. And we will see the buy. Oh, wow, that was interesting.
Don't know what that was, but definitely sure that he was not standing on the ground.
Yeah. We see full utility now for Astralis. See if they can catch up. Even a score once again. Fnatic being very quiet towards the B bomb site. And indeed, there are 3 smokes around A. Dennis is on the site as well. That's pulling XIPEX back a little bit. Maybe it's just play. We have the fast play now coming into B from Fnatic. They can spread out very easily, although Device is there in time to pick off KRIMZ as well. 5 versus 3 until XIPEX drops, and now the bomb can go down. Twist, evening things up pretty quickly though.
I'd say that XIPEX did a very good job in delaying them, but I think it's actually ended up being marginal, because look at this position olofmeister is in. Astralis were not able to really effectively get out of the choke point. They lost one of the men as they did so, meaning that Kjærbye, he opted to take a much safer route, which is interesting because he's bypassed olofmeister. So despite Glaive dying, Kjærbye's in a completely unknown position. And that might open things up for the flank here as now dupreeh comes in and Kjærbye can sit on the bomb. This is really interesting right now, because if dupreeh just gets one frag, there's one, and that's it. Wow, okay. dupreeh, very nice cover there. And even better for Kjærbye to understand that he had just enough time.
That is completely insane. They would have thought they were safe from the high ground because of olofmeister's position, but 2 ships passing in the night, they were unknown to each other. That is a horrible way for Fnatic to lose a round. Horrible way, putting Astralis back to level heading. Both teams on the bye though, so not over just yet for either side. That's brutal, man. The money is not great for either team, but if Fnatic were to lose this round, another bye might be on the way. 2 players on 3k as it stands, and 1 on 4, so seems likely. 2 players on the pop. Maybe Astralis going for another aggressive play, starting with 2 players in B as well early on. Maybe conditioned after that fast play from Fnatic. Don't see that often enough, I don't think. I was just saying to Vendetta, because often you have that 1 man towards B and 4 on A. Device came in quick though, through connector for that pick-off, helps XIPEX out.
Look how already Astralis started to spring onto B. They got 2 men standing in Pop Dog. That is not often that, a setup that you'll see. It definitely means that they are feeling as though Fnatic haven't shown significant or enough presence towards A to warrant a setup like that, because they've abandoned alley, they've abandoned main. And indeed, Astralis can have a very fast response time here, and this is beautiful, because if there's a Pop Dog switch from Fnatic, they just immediately die.
There's the trade. XIPEX playing the off angle. Will he be expected? KRIMZ, the bomb. The rotation's coming in now from the 2 men, but will it come fast enough? Kjærbye on the high ground, trying to do what he can. Needs to stay alive now. Glaive coming in for the flank. Bomb not connected just yet. Almost 2-man spray down. Going back for doplan. Doplan's got a lot of places to worry about. Goes for the 180, and Astralis in the lead again. Going down to the wire again. It's a team who don't have the money for winning the round. So Fnatic, you can see, they could go for a bye with 3 players, and indeed they will. Spreading the money around. How many rifles can they muster? 4 rifles, KRIMZ on the Tech 9. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, fast play into A, that's what it's going to come down to here for Fnatic. Hopefully for them it can do something. You never know. It's like that cobblestone Tech 9 rush on B. But not a good start here. Lots of players are taking damage. It's severe damage for the Fnatic side. They are picking up the kills though. The problem is they need that bomb to be planted to put the pressure on, the real pressure onto the CTs. And I think they're underway with that. There it is. So now there is a real chance here for Fnatic. Although Olof and Dennis are very, very weak. So they're going to have to be very strong on this one. Oh, now KRIMZ is just as weak as them. And now Kjærbye goes for the next frag, picks it up. Good cover from Device as well. Dennis by the electric box. Takes down XIPEX, but there's 2 more where that came from. Time is starting to run low. Dennis forced into the open by that incendiary. And that's going to be the round here as Astralis go 15-13.
Match point for Astralis. Surviving with 2 players. The money sucks for Fnatic, but it can still wield AKs for the most part. Limited on grenades though, if they do that. Astralis with little issue going for a full buy. Oh man, look at this buy from Fnatic. 2 smokes and 3 flashes. That is your lot. On a map like Train, that might not be enough, especially with an AWP roaming around. And they're quite split up, Fnatic. 2 towards Ivy. Olof and KRIMZ going towards Pop or B. With this lack of utility, what are they going to get done? Smoked off from Ivy. doplan has abandoned that idea, leaving Twist alone. Dennis and Olof looking towards B. Looking for picks, looking for openings. But in fairness, there were a fair few rounds where Device got picked off early towards B, but he's given up on that. He's over towards Ivy now. And Glaver's joined ZipX early in the B bomb site itself.
But why not like 1 or 2 players on Galil's get more utility? Or, you know, one guy with the Tech 9 more utility. You know, something like that. Because as you say, they've really left themselves with absolutely nothing. 2 smoke grenades, 2 flashbangs is what they have to play with. And okay, you can get a lot done with those, but once you've thrown those, that's it. They're gone. So you don't have any option other than to commit with them. And here is the counter grenades of Astralis, of which there is still quite a few. And a good positioning here from dupreeh on top of the train, but faced by 3. Can't get the initial pick-off that he needed to get for that to really work out. And now there's problems here for Astralis. They're down 3 against 4. The bomb planted. Their chances are definitely low in this one.
Yeah, this is really, really bad. Still some money in the bank, though, for the CT side. Kjærbye with an important frag, although KRIMZ is holding an angle in main. That's a big frag as well. Device going down, so Fnatic not out of this just yet, and these 5 AKs have worked for them. ZipX forced to go and save what he has. It's only Kjærbye who has money in this round. He's got 6k. Everyone else has got next to no money on the CT side. So, and now they're going to have minimal loss bonus. There's a great chance for Fnatic to take this to overtime.
Yeah, certainly looking that way. That said, we saw a round previously where they survived with 5 players on the 4 spies. So I think that was the 17th round. So let's see whether they can do it again. Or something similar to that effect. You can see Kjærbye able to drop a rifle for Device, who can promptly purchase Kevlar. And this doesn't look too bad after all. I mean, I feel like it could look a lot worse. They even have some grenades, ZipX and Device with those. A kit on ZipX, so not too shabby. Although they all have kits, sorry, they all have helmets, James, which I don't understand, but never mind.
Yeah, that could be another grenade, another high explosive, or even a diffuse kit if you have $50 in the bank.
Smokes for some of them. I don't think any of them, like 3 of them had smokes.
So Glaive, I think it was Glaive and ZipX, went for a push towards B. That's the rifle lost that ZipX had. dupreeh in the meantime getting himself into a strong position. Olofmeister going down as well. There's no presence towards B bomb site. Ooh, that was close, but it wasn't enough. Device got to be careful as well. He's got tight corners here. Needs to use them to his advantage. Got no one for support there. How does he get that kill? He did more than expected. Glaive with the UMP. They're still in control of the bomb site. But now it's a 1 versus 2. They know where Glaive is. He doesn't have the range for Twist. Oh, he'd find himself a good angle, but how does he survive? He doesn't. Overtime is here. 3 rounds per half. $10,000 starting money.
And it more or less seems like throughout the entire 2 halves of this that it was always kind of going to go to overtime, just because neither team seemed to find that consistent edge against one another, and all the time we saw these rounds which should be won by a team, or they're very favored to do so, they somehow can't seem to hold on to them. So not too surprised, to be honest. That said, the first map was so dominant for Astralis that I was a little bit surprised initially to see this go that way, but I mean, now teams have seen everything in regular time. They're going to have more understanding of what's comfortable to play with round-wise. And you can see Fnatic want to open things up with just a straight-up B play, not even messing around with picking, just going straight for a B play. Even though they have an AWP. Interesting. It's an interesting choice, and it's a pretty smart choice, because Astralis, they don't have any forward setup here.
Device in position in an angle that's not going to be expected. And the rest of Fnatic streaming in. No smokes down means 3 kills for Device. The shooting gallery is here. What can ZipX do to stop this plant from going down? Or maybe he can take down the planter. There's the first one. Go for spray continuation. And he will get that. Not a single player lost for Astralis. Not a single player. Plays on high ground, plays on low ground for Fnatic, but no smokes anywhere. And Device just breaks the push in half.
I thought that was actually quite a cool round from Fnatic, just because, again, Astralis are a team that's pretty good at getting information on the CT side and adjusting their CT setup to give them good chances to deal with whatever's coming. Some teams really struggle with that. And this round, they had a very passive positions in A. They had long rotations to B. So if Device only gets 1 kill there, or if there's smokes down or something to just delay Astralis, then Fnatic have a much better chance in that round, but Device is just on point. So He essentially was the man who dismantled it. And now Fnatic, they lost that round with killing nobody as well. So Astralis certainly have nothing to worry about money-wise for the first half of overtime.
It's good timing for Device to be in that B bomb site. When that fast play comes in from Fnatic, just joining the B bomb site now. Glaive and dupreeh again in position. Maybe they have a read that it's going to be the B bomb site once more. The bomb could still rotate there, minutes on the clock. Fnatic biding their time. There are nades coming in, but no one's actually carrying the bomb at the moment, so you do wonder if they're going to commit to this or if some kind of fake is on. There's one player dispatched off from the drop zone. Olofmeister doing the best he can, but he's going to be delayed, which is going to weaken the push from Fnatic. There's no split if you can't get control of Pop Dog. Finally, he does, but there's only 2 players left now. And now it's Twist alone. Popped off a player already, so they know where he is. 29 seconds remaining, and he will be taken out. 2-0 so far in overtime for Astralis.
Yeah, they're having a really good start, that's for sure. Device up there with 30 frags. Twist the only man on the server with more. And we saw the best stuff from Twist, I think, on the CT side. At least some of the most impactful rounds from him were on the CT side. Anyway, Fnatic might not get much of a CT side if they're not careful. Can they get that single round on the first half of overtime? 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs. Astralis playing a delay setup on the B-bomb side as well, which means that you want to delay the Ts from taking very forward positions on the B-bomb side to prevent you, or rather, so you can prevent them from stopping your rotations out of the major choke point of that connector position. If the Ts can take full control of this B yard, that's when things get really bad for the CTs, but the setup here from Astralis should stop that.
Molotovs for days, but still they need to make their way onto the site. This time, Device is smoked off from the low ground, at least in one direction. Glaive and Zipex delivering elsewhere. Suddenly, 2 Fnatic players left. doplan doing the best he can. What's olofmeister's play? doplan's gone as well. olofmeister has the bomb, but he'll get immediately traded. 3-0, perfect half from Astralis. Now they have 3 match points coming their way.
Yeah, surely they're going to take it now. Just 3 chances. And even better, you got 3 chances on the T side, which I think is always going to be more favorable, just because you can dictate the pace and you can select rounds based on what you have. So if you have a weaker buy, let's say you lose the first 2 and you have like a weaker buy, didn't get bombs down or something, or you invested heavily in AWPs to begin with, then you can tailor a play for that to increase your chances to win that round. So that's why I like the T side second in some cases like this, for Astralis at least. And as far as the initial setup goes for Fnatic, they're going all in here. But it makes sense, obviously, they can't lose a single round, so double up for them.
Astralis taking their time. dupreeh with an off angle towards Ivy. Zipex just poking, prodding towards B. olofmeister and KRIMZ there, but Olof is in a position to rotate quickly between either site. Some initial nades coming down towards A, but there's one in response in main. That's right, it's not really in a position to do anything just yet. Do wonder though if they're going to go for an A split. Will dupreeh continue towards Ivy? Minute mark, and he's just making some noise, throwing a pop flash into Ivy. Keep Twist entertained, keep him focused there for now. And now it seems the real display will be deployed. 4 smokes still in the bag for Astralis. And now the madness can begin.
So this is the moment, the test, the main test here for Fnatic. Got to be able to survive this round, the first of a few. It's not going well. dupreeh with the first frag. Couple players of Fnatic stuck on the bomb train, and they will feel the full wrath of the Danes as they will go down 2 men, but they have incurred some damage onto Astralis as well. 3 players left alive for Astralis too, and the bomb is only now just being planted. So opportunity perhaps for Fnatic, but perhaps not. olofmeister will go down quite quickly to Device. Now Fnatic have to try to make their way in from connector, and Ali with an AWP and an M4, not the easiest task.
The hole in the defense for Astralis is currently the connector area. Device taking down Twist, and now KRIMZ's position is known. They just need him to come out enough to have the crossfire, and there it is. 19-15, Astralis will take Train over Fnatic. A valiant effort from Fnatic, but they will be 0-2 for today's matches. So, yeah, I mean, it was a long map after the lopsided first one, but Astralis take that one over the line. AWP's working out well.
I feel like we saw a lot of really key performances from Device too with the AWP. Obviously, we saw it from Twist as well, but Device is pretty consistent, bringing out those frags. The AWP, which is always very important. But yeah, it's really weird also how neither team could really find consecutive rounds throughout the entirety of that training.
Yeah, that was really difficult indeed. Well, next we have Envy versus Virtus Pro. That's going to be on Cobblestone and Mirage, the first of which is going to be Cobblestone. That's after the break. We'll see you back here shortly.
This time